Hi everyone. I debated with myself about whether or not I wanted to record this video, whether or not I wanted to share. And then I gently reminded myself that I talk about this on my streams, not all the time, but I'm honest with our community on the days that I am struggling with my mental health. I have anxiety. It gets pretty bad sometimes. I have anxiety, I have depression. I also have seasonal affective disorder. I live with all of those things. Um, the thing is I've lived with my depression and anxiety for a very long time. Basically, since I was a kid. Since I was around, when they figured out what was going on with me, it was about when I was 13 years old. Um, I again, I'm anxious about this because I was a kid, right? And I'm Filipino, and I don't have to tell some of you fellow Asians and and black people and brown people and people of color that in regards to our elders, our older like family members, they do not really talk about mental health. um, my experience in my family, especially on my mom's side of the family, my Filipino side of the family, was my older, titas, especially basically dismissing me and telling me that I was, quote, just a kid and it was just teenager hormones. And I was 13, I was a kid. What did I have to be depressed about? What did I have to be anxious about? And that definitely hurts, and that definitely causes you to shut everything away and shut everything down. Um, and it's not easy to talk about. And I still struggle with being open and honest about it sometimes because of that experience from me being a kid. Yeah, the adults that should have been looking out for me should have been, understanding and supportive, were not. And it definitely caused a lot more anxiety and depression in me. Luckily, my grandparents, my dad's parents, saw something was going on. My mom and my dad knew something was going on, and they did get me the help that I needed, right? And when the therapist like explained that it definitely was anxiety, that it was anxiety and depression, and that I was struggling, right? And the thing is like having a name for it when I was a kid definitely helped a lot. um so there's also this part of me, that was angry with the adults who dismissed me, with the adults who did not show me kindness um when I was hurting. And I will stipulate that I do love my family. I love them very much, but there are some of them that I just cannot talk to uh, because of it, and not just because of that, because of my being queer. Um, they treat me like I'm somehow less because I am a queer person, or like there's something wrong with me, and they definitely weaponized religion, because majority of that side of the family is Catholic, and not, you know, like progressive Catholic, like old school fire and brimstone Catholic. I seriously had one of my titas basically tell me that I was a bad person and that God hated me because was I was queer, and that I would go to hell for it. Why would I want to be around someone who is constantly telling me that God hates me for being me? Yeah. So that's what I had going on. things did get a little better as an adult, but the thing is like I still struggle with it. The depression and the anxiety, it doesn't necessarily go away. I have my good days and my bad days, and I do the best I can with each day I get. Today is a bit of a bad day. I am doing my best, right? I'm doing my best, and I, you know, and I am celebrating the small wins. Like, I got out of bed. I took our dog for a short walk. Um, you know, I put on cute earrings that I like. Uh, and yeah, it may not seem like a lot, right? But I am doing my best to ignore like the bad brain thoughts that they're telling me that I'm not good enough, that, everything I do is wrong. And that's really hard. It is really hard to fight your own brain. Luckily, I do have a really good therapist. She has helped me a lot. Helped me with learning healthier coping habits, and trying to be more open and honest about like how I'm feeling. You know, basically showing me, helping to show me that the world is not going to end if I admit that I am struggling. It's not gonna, fall apart if I say, "Hey, I'm having a rough time right now." Um, and that having a good support system is really important. I have that in my husband Ron, and my mom and my dad. Several of my titas who stood up for me, over the years and have looked out for me and checked in on me. And of course, really, really wonderful friends and our really wonderful community. Yeah, so this video was a little longer than I thought it would be. Uh, but I felt like I needed to share to show, any of you who are struggling, who are going through it, that it's not just you. Okay? There's nothing, quote, wrong with you. Okay? Um, you're having a hard time, and that's okay. If you're doing your best, you're doing the best you can. You're doing the best you can with each day you get. And you're doing enough, even when your brain is lying to you, you're doing okay. And it's all right if it's not perfect, if you're not perfect, if you're not hurting anyone and you're just doing the best you can, you're doing just fine. And, you know, even when you feel like you're unlovable, you are loved. You just have to look up sometimes and see the people that are there for you, who show up for you on your good days and your bad days, and who love you even when you're at your lowest point, because those are the people that care greatly about you and are going to be there for you in the good times and the bad times. So, yeah, today is a rough day, but you know what? I'm still here. I'm still doing the best I can, and so are you. And we're going to get through this. Tomorrow's a new day. We don't know what'll happen. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. I love y'all. I appreciate you. Keep doing your best to be kind to yourselves and be kind to each other. Until next time, bye everyone.